What's going on, YouTube? We're back at it for another Bag for Blood deck build video. Today we're talking about the Shotgun Sniper Nightmare DPS deck. Quite a mouthful right there, but this is a bit of a homage to the original deck that I made inside of Bag for Blood. One of the very first ones that I utilized in Recruit and Veteran. Prior to the December update, we couldn't utilize this in Nightmare, but now we can, and it is absolutely the special infected deleter. This is all the DPS you'll ever need from one DPS cleaner. It is going to be absolutely devastating, even if you don't hit that weak spot. If you have that Barrett, especially even at the purple rarity of it, you are going to be devastating some of these special infected. Any type of tall boy, bruiser, it's going to be either a 2 to 3 shot, especially if you mix in with that weak spot hit. Sometimes could even be a 1 shot on that weak spot for any of those tall boys, specifically with that Barrett. It's going to be a heavy hitter, a lot of damage. And when it comes to weak spot, that is going to be your best bet. As long as you hit that target, you're going to be putting them down a lot quicker than anybody else. Now that being said, we'll get straight into the deck. Obviously, if you'd like to copy and paste this, I'll have it listed down in the description below in order by name. We're starting off with 2 is 1 and 1 is none. We'll be able to get those 2 primaries straight off the bat. Express is going to be an excellent shotgun to utilize in the beginning. We'll be utilizing the shotgun for specifically in those common infected moments. Clearing out some of those, you're going to be perfect for those closed-in environments that are all going to be stacked in front of you. That penetration power is going to be excellent against them. You'll be moving and mulching through those common infected fairly quickly with that shotgun, A12 being the specific one that we'd want for this build. Now at the same time, in the beginning, the M1A is going to be the sniper rifle we'll have at the very start. Not exactly my favorite and definitely not the heaviest hitting. Can be a bit hard to control when it comes to recoil as well, and it's not the most damage that we can pop out when it comes to sniper rifles. But one of the great parts about this December update is the burn type cards. We can utilize one of those in order to get a random sniper rifle with different attachments on it. Now sometimes you can get the M1A, but it will have different attachments on it. Hopefully the one that has recoil control on it for the muzzle, that would be ideal. But at the same time, if you don't get it at that first level, you can utilize that same card in the next level. If you have another one, try and get that Phoenix or that Barrett. Barrett being the ideal sniper rifle for this. It's going to give us that maximum DPS as well as giving us that stumble chance. And with that Barrett, you will be able to stumble those tall boys fairly easy in 1 to 2 shots. If not, one-shotting some of those tall boys, as long as you're hitting that weak spot and they don't have the armor on it. Right after that, we've got Patient Hunter. We're going to utilize this for that M1A, even for the shotgun at times. As long as you're ADSing every 0.75 seconds, we're going to gain that 10% damage, stacking up to 3 times for an additional 30% damage. It's going to be strong at the very beginning with a lot of runs, and it's going to be one of those devastators when it comes to the special infected. Now, hyper focused, we're going to gain that 50% weak spot damage right off the bat. We're going heavy with that DPS, and if you do get that Barrett from that burn card, you're going to be hitting them a lot harder than anybody else, and you're going to be putting them down fairly quickly. Now, we will take a hit to our move speed while shooting by 40%. Not really going to affect us with the sniper rifle, but will help mitigate it for the shotgun later on. We're going to want that strafing ability when it comes to some of those common infected hordes. Say you're out in an open area, they start to circle from around you. You're going to want to be able to move a little bit with that, clear them out, reposition, and then take out the rest that are following you. But it should be fairly easy, especially if you have that AA12. Now right after that, we've got Cold Brew Coffee, going to be an excellent start or beginning of run card to pick. You may want to choose this over Patient Hunter or Hyper Focused if you really don't like the negative 25% of that swap speed. This is going to help mitigate that, as well as giving us that 15% reload speed, 25% aim speed. Especially if you're on controller, you know that aim assist is like an aimbot. This is going to help us get onto those targets a lot quicker. Really going to help you in some of those moments with the common infected when they're coming from all different angles. Say somebody alerted a horde coming in. It's going to help you a lot to be able to lock onto those targets one at a time, or possibly group them together and just eliminate them a lot faster and gain those stacks from Patient Hunter a lot quicker as well. Get into that aim down sight a lot faster. As well as giving us the 25% use speed, which is going to help us with some of those moments when picking somebody up or prying them off of a wall or opening any of those ammo caches or supply caches. Now right after that, we've got Tunnel Vision. We're going to gain 5% weak spot damage for every 0.75 seconds we aim down sights, up to a 3 stack, which is going to be 15%, as well as giving us that 50% aim speed We're going to be snapping onto those targets as fast as possible by the time we get this card. Now, we will take a damage resistance negative 5%. We're going to help mitigate that with the next card, which is Padded Suit. Getting 10% damage resistance, a little bit of health, and we'll take a hit to our stamina efficiency, but we won't be utilizing stamina like a lot of other decks. Now, obviously, there will be times where you need to push back, but a lot of times we'll be taking on fights from long range when it comes to our sniper rifle. But in those moments when we possibly need to push back from a tall boy, couldn't get that shot on, or they just came around a corner, spawned fairly close to you, need to get a little bit of a distance away, we'll have more than enough stamina for those moments. Now, right after that, we've got WIDEMOUth MAGWELL. We're going to get that 30% reload speed. We've already mitigated that damage resistance. Another thing to note about reload speed, or reload speed in general, not even just from the cards, but also the attachments, they will affect your rate of fire with weapons. So this could make the Express shoot a whole lot faster, closer to like a Super 90, or even if you have that AA-12, it's going to cause that to shoot faster. And the biggest benefit to this rate of fire increase is going to be for the Barrett and the Phoenix. More so for the Barrett, we already know how slow that rate of fire can be. So when you increase that rate of fire with this reload, or any reload speed card or reload speed attachment, that rate of fire increase is going to be very noticeable, and you're going to be taking down those special infected a whole lot quicker. So in the beginning, obviously, we will want stumble attachments when it comes to our weapons, but if you don't have that, or if you find a reload speed attachment before you find that stumble attachment, it's going to be a huge help to you, and it's going to increase that rate of fire. But with the cards that we have in this deck, we should have that rate of fire high enough without needing the necessity of having those reload speed cards. But it's up to your personal preference. If you want that rate of fire increase from the reload speed attachment, by all means, go for that attachment. It can be a huge help, and it can make you a faster special infected killer. Now, right after that, we've got Rolling Thunder. This is going to help us give that movement speed for the shotgun while firing, as well as giving us 10% damage with the shotguns, just further increasing it. We will utilize the shotgun in certain moments to kill some of the special infected, and it will be close to as devastating as our sniper rifle as the primary. Just about, well, I lost my train of thought there real quick. But when utilizing that shotgun is mostly for those moments when something comes around the corner, we don't have enough time to swap weapons to that sniper rifle, or it is so close in our face. It's going to be kind of hard, especially if we have one of those ACOG scopes on the sniper rifle. If it's right in front of our face, we'd rather just utilize that shotgun for that close combat, delete it as quick as possible without taking more damage, if not any damage at all. But right after that, we've got Silver Bullets. We're adding to that bullet damage, getting that 10%, going for a shotgun and for a sniper rifle, and giving us a bit more of that effective bullet range, giving us a better shot at some of those long-range moments when, especially with the sniper rifle, you'll be kind of taking things off at a distance, but you want that maximum damage range out of it. Not exactly going to give us the largest boost, but it may be enough of a boost to give that maximum damage for some of those tall boys off in the distance, or even better, some of those wretches that could be just about to vomit. Get that one shot on that face on that weak spot. Going to be deleting them fairly quickly. Right after that, we've got that stock pouch. We're gaining an additional 30% sniper ammo capacity and 10% damage with this. Now, a lot of times, especially if you're using the Phoenix or the Barrett, you won't really worry about the ammo cache for the sniper rifle. The shotgun's going to be the main one. Even more so if you have that AA-12, you will be running through that shotgun ammo fairly quickly. You're going to want that trigger discipline with that, since we are utilizing it for the common infected. So one shot at a time, make sure you're not just full autoing everything, and communicate with your team to make sure that you can have that steady supply of that shotgun ammo. So when it comes to those common infected, a couple of them get on top of you. We don't have the greatest damage resistance with this deck. Bit of a glass cannon, so you want to be able to have that shotgun ammo in those moments when you need to take off a few of those common infected. Would be ideal to have not only a healer, but somebody that is for that crowd control, specializes in taking out some of those, or a lot of those common infected. But in those moments when we're in those closed-in environment areas, shotgun is going to be absolutely devastating, or in some of those holdout moments, and just taking care of any of those common infected that start pouring through from a horde, from any other alerted moment. Well, right after that, we've got Confident Killer. When you or your team kills a mutation, gain 1% damage, stacking all the way up to 15% until the end of the level. Going to be a huge increase to our DPS for both of our primary weapons, the shotgun and the sniper rifle. You're really going to notice that damage increase as well, especially since it's permanent until the end of the level. Now, right after that, we've got reload drills. We're gaining that additional 20% reload speed, perfect for our shotgun, even for a sniper rifle, and also going to increase that rate of fire. Now, large caliber rounds right after that, getting that bullet penetration mainly from this. Now, that 7.5 bullet damage is going to be a helpful increase when it comes to our sniper rifle and our shotgun, but we want the bullet penetration for those later levels, especially at the end of Act 3. You're going to have a lot of those moments where you're in closed-in environments, a lot of common infected rolling up on you. It's going to help you conserve on that ammo with that shotgun and maximize your damage and clearing power. Right after that, we've got glass cannon. Now, by this point, we are definitely going to be taking a huge hit to our health. We don't have anything helping mitigate that negative 30% health drop-off, so if you have any of those team upgrades, try and stack those up before this on maintaining that health. If you possibly have that solid healer on your team, hopefully they've got that 10% increase to your maximum health, so that's going to help a lot. But once we get this card, we are absolutely going to be devastating those special infected. That Barrett is going to be clean-shotting at least two shots without even hitting that weak spot, especially if you have that purple Barrett. Ooh, on tall boys, bruisers, you're going to be putting them down even without having to hit that weak spot. Going to be absolutely devastating, as well as increasing that power of our shotgun. Now, right after that, we've got Ridden Slayer, just adding an additional 20% weak spot damage. We don't necessarily need this card. You could throw this one out, add something in for a bit more health, or possibly something that's going to add to our mobility. It's all up to your personal preference at that point. But I personally wanted to go for the maximum DPS with this, make this the special infected deleter, and it definitely is. And by the time you get that additional 20% weak spot damage, if you do hit that weak spot, and as long as it's not armored, it's a one-shot just about every time. With the Barrett, that is. With the shotgun, will still be devastating, but more than likely take a few shots, but it's going to be a whole lot faster. But that's going to be our Shotgun Sniper Nightmare DPS deck. Good Lord, that is a mouthful. But it is an absolute special infected deleter when it comes down to having this one person on your team. Arguably, you could have a melee deck with this and then somebody on support and then a healer. You being the main focus for DPS, you're going to be able to take out any of those special infected. Now, again, you don't obviously want to put all your eggs into one basket. You want a little bit of damage from those other people, but when it comes to being the heaviest hitter on that team, you are going to be that one that is completely clear in those special infected, focusing on them and allowing the rest of the team to mainly focus on the common infected, getting that crowd control under control. Or losing my train of thought here. But that being said, God, I've lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going. It's a bit late at night now, getting into the early morning. We're just after those holidays. Definitely still a bit tired from that. But if you have any questions about this deck, maybe some things you'd like to change about it, let me know down in the comments below. Or if there's any decks you'd like to see me make for Nightmare. Love to hear any ideas of something that you're looking for or possibly looking for a comparison to help out crafting your deck. Let me know down in the comments below or hit that link down in the description. Pick my brain over at Twitch. I'm streaming every day. We'll be still continuing making some decks over there as well. So if you'd like to see some of that live, head on over to that link down in the description. Follow me up over at Twitch. But on that note, hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helped you out. And we'll get straight into the gameplay and hope you guys have a good one.
Oh God, what have I walked into?
How the hell he drained 230 health with just 2 hits? This game is bugged.
You telling me I shot that car back at?
Yeah, don't surprise me. I've seen some bullshit. Exploder coming up.
Yeah, this game is like straight up bugged. You don't have to be next to things that cause hazards and don't cause a hazard.
piss smell. Bane, you mean ammonia? Or no? What do they call that shit? I don't even know.
Thanks, Jack. Time to do some landscaping. No time for this.
Damn, I
No
missed him.
need to wait on my account.
Pressure over there.
I'll take that. There's another one.
Don't feel right at all.
Ruffalo played that role well. It's Ruffalo. Was that the main guy?
What are you waiting for? An invitation? Meet me up.
Now's your chance. Once I'm done, so are you.
Hey, over here.
Fighting today. Need to reload.
Help, please.
Reloading.
Oh, great.
It's running.
Need that.
Let's do this.
Did he play the Hulk? I don't remember that.
Need to reload.
But does nobody have a D hit?
Nothing some spit and take won't fix.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
This is a bad idea.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes. Yeah. Put it down. Fuck. Color me surprised.
No time for lying around.
We've received
Too
the
easy.
transmission.